Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Manage TV. What we're going to look at today is why and how to choose a property manager as a landlord. So we're going to break this video into two sections. The first will be the benefits, so why you should pick a property manager as opposed to doing it yourself. And once you do decide to pick an agent, how to pick the right one. So there are a number of benefits to hiring a property manager to look after your investment. And the first is peace of mind. Simply having somebody there that understands the legislation and can track all your compliance and make sure that all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted is extremely important. There are a lot of varying rules in each state. If you are an interstate investor, it means you've got multiple sets of legislation to remember. And it also requires a lot of reporting that you probably don't have access to as a private landlord. The second point will be simply time saving. What is your time worth? It is a hugely time-intensive process to manage an investment property, whereas an agency, they have economies of scale and they've got big teams that are out there that can actually make it a little bit more efficient. Looking after it yourself without any of the tools or processes in place can be extremely time-consuming, and it will end up costing you a lot more money because, as I said, what is your time worth? The third major reason that I've outlined here is it helps keep it as purely a business transaction. Now, your investment property is an investment for that exact reason. It is there to make you some money. It's not an emotional investment. It's not something that you should be getting too attached to. And having a property manager allows you to keep it at an arm's length, especially if you need to deal with emotions when it comes to tenants and maintenance and all those other things that come on that go with day-to-day management of the property. It helps to have somebody in there that can help bridge that gap. Another major benefit is knowledge. Agents run these properties daily. They understand how the industry works. They understand how to liaise with tenants and tradespeople. They understand the values and the best way to get the top tenants at the right price into the property. So having that industry knowledge is extremely important, and we'll see a higher return for you. And that sort of leads me to the next point, which is saving money. So although it seems counterintuitive to pay a fee to somebody to look after your property, at the end of the day, these fees are pretty minimal in terms of the amount of time you can save and also the risk that is involved with doing these things yourself. So if you go out there and make a mistake and you lose at tribunal, it's going to cost you a lot more money than the very small amount in management fees you would be paying. There's also the economies of scale when it comes to technology and subscriptions. So you're not paying an individual rate to access all the tools and functionality that you need to run this the property from a day-to-day perspective. And you also don't have the risk of paying premiums when it comes to maintenance and other parts of the day-to-day management. So those relationships and supply agreements that the property manager has set up can save you a lot of money. Then the final benefit we're going to run through today is technology. So agencies have technology set up in place that supports all the stakeholders in your little ecosystem. So the trades, the tenants, you as an owner, their internal processes. That technology is very expensive. Subscription costs are huge. Advertising costs are even greater. And as an individual landlord, you don't have access to the best tech, which means your property cannot be run as efficiently as it is when it goes underneath an agency's set of technology. So now we've got the benefits out of the way, let's have a look at how to pick an agent if you do decide to go down that path. Now, the first thing I would look at is the spread of services. What are they offering for that management fee? There are going to be a series of different fees. At the end of the day, they do vary slightly, but you will note that the spread of services that an agency offers will change much more so than the fee will. So have a look through the schedule. Inquire as to what you get for your money. Do you see value in the fee that you're paying for the services they give you? The next point is clarity in terms of communication and also reporting. So all the different types of reports, how they communicate, how often, and also the quality of those communications is extremely important. Sometimes it's very difficult to get a read on how much communication you will get from an agency. So have a look through things like their reviews, ask for referrals, ask for some testimonials, basically get as much information as possible that help you get an understanding of how they approach the property management side of their business. And then the last 2 points on how to choose are down to proximity and local knowledge. Usually they go hand in hand. So managing a property, it does help to be within that area. You need to have emergency trades that go out in that area. Trades typically don't travel that far, so an agency will have a set list of trades or access to a marketplace that services that particular area. And that also means that they can get out to that property if there's something wrong, whether that's just for a routine inspection or to go and visit it if there is an issue, but also in the case of emergency, they are around the corner. And because they're local, they usually have that local knowledge too. So they can have local conversations with their tenants. They have a better understanding of the market and the industry in that particular area, and they can give their insights on a much more detailed level as opposed to somebody that's not local. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an insight into the benefits and how to pick an agent. If you have any more questions or would like to have a list of agencies that are powered by Managed App, please feel free to email us at hello@manegedapp.com.au.